In last lecture, we have been testing advanced function. We have copied our smart contract into Remix and we have inspected bytecode. In this lecture, we'll create here a new function, just a testing one, and we'll try to call it. Okay, so let's create here a function. This function will be adding two numbers together. We can call it as we want. I will be removing this function anyway after. Let's write here function. Let's call this function just testing. Just testing. All right, will be external function, so we can call it from outside. Let's write here function body. Okay, and we will specify here a very interesting thing. We'll specify this function is pure. Okay, what does it mean when the function is pure? Okay, so you have you can specify this kind of a function that it's either pure or it's a view function. Both of these modifiers specify that this function, you don't need to make a transaction, you don't need to spend the money to get this function, but you will just get the data, you will just get the data back. Okay, you will be not doing any change in an Ethereum state. You will just simply get some data from a smart contract, or maybe from somewhere else, or maybe you do just some computation here. Okay, so this will basically state here that I will not alter Ethereum state. I will not touch here any storage. Anyway, I don't have here any storage. But if I would have here some storage variables and I would like to modify them in a pure function, it wouldn't be simply possible. Okay, so I will write here some comments. It indicates that the function will not alter the storage state in any way. Okay, that's for a view. Okay, so that's for a view. When you will use your view modifier. Okay, it indicates that the function will not alter the storage state in any way. And then we have a pure. This is even more strict, indicating that it won't even read the storage state. Okay, so the view that will not do any changes in the will not alter the storage state, and the pure even more strict, indicating that we will not even read the storage state. So if I would be using here even some storage state, so if I would have here, for example, it funds, I wouldn't be able to even read the value here, okay? So both of these functions, modifiers, pure and view, are used when you want to just return some data. You don't want to alter the storage state. And I will make it pure because we don't have any storage state. So simply let's write this as a pure, and I will just return here value 2 + 2 and semicolon. This will complain because when you are returning the value, you need to specify here also return type of the function. So I will specify here simply returns, and we are returning here positive number. So in the brackets, you will specify the return type. Okay, so external modifier, pure modifier, returns, and the returns will be uint, let's say unsigned integer. Okay, and that's basically it. All right, so that's gonna be it. We will now remigrate and we will try it out. Okay, I will also mark here that we have two kinds of calls basically in Ethereum. We have a read-only call. There is a gas fee is free. All right, so this will be, I will mark it also, this read-only, read-only call. Okay, gas fee is free. No gas fee. And then you have transactions. You can have transactions where you are altering the Ethereum state, or you are altering your storage state. Then this function, that's basically transactions. Okay, so transactions. Okay, so you have a read only, you have transactions and read only call, and transactions require gas fees. Okay, and can generate the state changes. Can generate state changes and require gas fee. Okay, so you have a pure view, which is a read-only calls, no gas fees. You're not altering the state, and transactions which are altering the state. Okay, and what else? I will show the different methods how you can invoke your functions, but let's keep it this way now. Let's remigrate. So let's go to terminal. Let's shut this down and let's run here Trafer migrate dash dash reset, and we'll call our function. So I will go already to my Visual Studio. I will go here and I will copy these lines. We'll be creating instance. Okay, and we'll go into here and we'll run here Truffle console. All right, and we'll create an instance of our contract. All right, and we'll call here a function. So const result equal await. We'll call here instance dot and just testing. All right, and we'll get here result, and we'll get it result to string, and here is a 4. Okay, so that's the value of our just testing function, and this is not making any transactions, so you don't even see here any transaction is made. We are just getting we are just getting the value. Okay, so this is a read-only call. We don't need to pay gas fee for this. Okay, that's cleared out, and I would like to show you one more thing how you making calls, because this is also internally used by Web3 and the Truffle. They are making just a simple HTTP calls with the JSONs, and a JSON format has a format of JSON RPC specification. So we'll be making to talk to the node on the network. You can make JSON RPC calls, HTTP calls, and that's also internally used by Truffle and Web3, and we can try it manually. Okay, so to talk to the node on the network, we need to make a JSON RPC, but first we need to know what's a JSON RPC format. So let's copy this. So open here and let's search here for Ethereum JSON RPC, and we'll go to Ethereum wiki. All right, and I will try a couple of things. So JSON, we know what's a JSON is a lightweight format. All right, we can specify data there, but the JSON RPC is a stateless lightweight remote procedure called RPC protocol. Okay, so remote procedure call. Okay, the specification is used mainly for Ethereum in this case. Okay, and we can check it out. What's the format here? For example, let's go down here. Let's find here get accounts. When you will find here get accounts, just click at this. Okay, I don't see it. Let me search for get or accounts or something like the accounts. Ethereum accounts. This one I was searching for, and we can make a simple HTTP call where we'll specify JSON data as this JSON RPC version 2.0 method. If accounts, we'll specify ID of the call, and we'll specify then we don't need to specify even params. It can be without params, and this will get me back accounts as on a ganache when I'm writing here accounts. And internally, this is calling basically is making JSON RPC call to our network. To our network running on HTTP localhost 7545. Let's try it out. If you have a Postman, in many of my courses, I'm using Postman to test APIs, so we can make requests with a Postman. All right, and simply, if you don't have a Postman, just Google for it. It's very simple to install Postman. Okay, Postman download is very just few clicks. Postman download the application, and when you will be running it, you will be presented with this screen, okay? Like this. Okay, maybe you need to click here new to create a new call. So you'll click here new request, and actually you don't need to even do it. You can just open here a new tab on the right side as I am currently now. Let me close all of this here. So here a new tab you can see. You can just open create a new tab here, and here you can make a type of the request. So in this case, we need to make a post request. We need to specify URL where we will be making a request. URL will be our ganache. This server here, HTTP, our RPC server running on 7545, specified there. As the body will say JSON RPC data, all right, so raw format and no text, but JSON application JSON. Then we'll specify JSON data. We'll just simply copy them from website. All right, so this will be this format here, just a curly brackets copy, and specify them here. And voila, that's your JSON RPC calls specific format, specify version, methods, and ID. Params can be empty, no big deal here. And the post request goes to our local server running on 7545. So we can send a request and we'll get back nothing. All right. Let me see. Oh, this URL I think is wrong. It should be lowercase HTTP. Send a now. Yeah, now it's correct. HTTP, and that's our accounts from Ganache. As you can see, when you will compare it, you can get these accounts are here. We can also make a transactions normally as you would do. So if you will make a transaction, I'll just maybe zoom it in for you. I hope it's clear. When you make a transaction, just simply search here for JSON RPC, send transaction. Send transaction. Okay, it's a little bit more complicated to try to get this, so I'll copy these curly brackets of send transaction. All right, let me see. Params, see above. I can order it if I want, like this. Cannot I order this? I can, no. Params, like this, and the params will remove this params here, and we'll replace them with the params what we have here on the website. Okay, let me see. And these params I will be using simply these params, so we'll save some time. Let's paste them here, and we need to provide them in a quotation signs, params in the quotation signs. And here we need to remove these comments. Okay, and we will change the value. As you can see, the value is in the hexadecimal format, so that's the value of the ether we are sending. I have here still some issues. Okay, ID, here you're missing comma, right? So comma here, and now it's fine. Okay, I should make it bigger. Okay, like this. I just want to verify everything is correct. You don't need to, of course, do it. Just watch this, and we'll provide your ID too. Okay, and yeah, now we just specify here from to. So from should be our account address, to should be our contact address, gas price will leave, and the value will specify different. Okay, so let's go to a Ganache. Let's copy here address from this we'll be sending. Or you know what, we can send also from second one. Let's send from a second account. So from will be second account address. Now we'll copy the contracts, faucet, and address from here. So this will be to address, gas price will stay, and the value will compute now. Okay, so let me get to, we'll specify value. So they, ETH to they. We'll send 10 ether, quite a lot. Let's send it. So 10 ether, that's this number of they, and we'll transform this number of they into hexadecimal. So hex to decimal. All right, and we'll click here and we'll go from a decimal, choose your decimal, we'll go to from decimal to hexadecimal, and let's paste your number, convert. Let's copy this hexadecimal string and let's paste it into Postman. Okay, so 0x we need to save is saying it's a hexadecimal, and let's paste this value. Okay, so that's the value. All right, yeah, let's see if it works. Let's send a transaction. All right, and has been reverted. Okay, we are not specifying the data here. Okay, data are wrong here. I forgot to remove the data. So that should be signature of our function. So 0x, let's leave here, and let's specify here signature. If you have it still open, I have here in a catsack here. I'll just copy the signature. I'll specify it here. Okay, hopefully now it will work. So let's send, and yeah, we have some results. So we can go to now Ganache, we'll say get transactions, and here is a value of 10 ether we have been just sending through Postman. We called add funds. Yeah, correct. And then we'll go to contract, faucet, we should have here 10 ether, and the account should have 10 ether and something more or less because he paid for a transaction fees. yeah, this is working perfect. So now you have a brief idea how to call. We have covered quite a lot, right? So we have called only pure view calls, read-only calls, where we don't need any gas fees, and also transactions. And as you now realized, transactions are eternally just HTTP calls to the network, where you will specify just a format of the data in a JSON RPC format. That is nothing more, just the format you already see here, specifying RPC version, method you want to going to call, and then the parameters of this call. And guys, that's gonna be it. Quite a long lecture. Let's get a break, and let's see you in the next one. Cheers.